Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking in a whoops, wrong way. And a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. I thought there was a path there, my apologies. So, last video of July, and also I guess, what was it, episode 11 of this edition now? Yeah. Well, it's certainly been an interesting week. Let's get the real life stuff out of the way, then I'll move on to the YouTube things. There's 2 key days in both real life and YouTube that have occurred over the past week. And those would be Friday and Tuesday. Friday is the most monumental one because on the YouTube side it was my 6th year anniversary, and on the real life side I graduated from LIPA. Yes, I was on a foundation course, but even so, I graduated from there, and I have that under the belt now. So I can officially say that I am, in fact, a LIPA graduate. So there you have it. There's that. Obviously, there was that's why I was in Liverpool at the time of the publication of Average Dreamer, because again, I did a couple of filming scenes there. I arrived a couple of days before. No, sorry, a day before, because well, that's what you do. You don't want to be just there on the day. You want to actually have some time to rest, because a lot of people on that day just arrived on their own, and I didn't have family to stay with like I do. I was quite fortunate, so they got stuck in traffic. The whole ceremony had to be delayed because of trains, and some people still didn't really arrive. I barely got the chance to say hi to certain people because they were on such late trains. Yeah, definitely don't travel on the day to these events. That's the lesson. But as for my purposes, well, everything went swimmingly. The ceremony itself, it depends on, your preferences. For me, it wasn't very boring because, well, obviously it's what I do. It's, everything they talked about was actually stuff that either I or somebody else who was doing other courses like technology or production or management, anything that they could do. I was on a pure acting course, by the way, which I know now is a mistake. So next year at university I'm starting an acting and creative writing course. So I'm not starting it myself, I'm joining it. You know what I meant. I think that kind of suits me better. I'm sure everyone here would agree. But in any case, obviously with every ceremony you get your traditional companions. So for example, we had amongst the known names Rowan Atkinson and Stephen Fry. There was other people who were in the other departments whose names I don't remember. One guy's name was Kendrick. Yeah, I don't remember their names. They're all very accomplished, and some of them have been training for over 40 years in their fields or whatever. So it was all a big deal depending on what department you were in. Except, of course, the acting department, where it was a big deal for everyone because we all knew Rowan Atkinson and Stephen Fry. And of course, they were sitting next to the man of the hour, which is kind of counterintuitive when you think that we're supposed to be the ones graduating, but whatever. Because, of course, LIPA, if you don't know, is the school that is, well, I guess co-founded by Paul McCartney. So he was actually there, and he was the one who did the whole, congratulations, very tough job, well done. Here's your pin, which I still haven't actually got back from my mum because she put it in her bag. So there's that. I had to do that. But yeah, he was the one who did all of that. So he shook hands. We all took a picture with him, and I'm pretty sure that I was looking at the wrong place. I wasn't looking either at the lens or the camera, so I know you're not supposed to look directly at the lens, we're supposed to look towards the camera, kind of. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was not doing that, so I don't know if that 70 quid photo is going to actually be of any use to me. So there's that. Of course, everyone in my family who was excited, most of them are Liverpudlian anyway, so, they're all going, oh my goodness, Paul McCartney, what did he say to you? Nothing. He didn't say anything. I stated this to them already, but because on the day, everyone was asking me the same question, what did he say to you? Well, what is he going to say to me? I was first in line of 14 people in my course at that one point in time. Bear in mind, there's a bunch of other departments which are much larger than the acting one, and the foundation course is small in itself. So, you know, even then, if you have, I say 12 because everyone wasn't there. But yeah, he's got all those people to get through in quick succession and filter off the stage so that everyone else can carry on. What is he going to say to you? Not much. I mean, I got more conversation out of Rowan Atkinson that one time he came to do a talk and I forgot to film a video about it. I mean, he at least, you know, because I asked him a question and he answered it. I mean, otherwise the guy just talks about Mr. Bean all the time, trust me. But yeah, that's why that element might be slightly disappointing to certain people, namely my family members. Well, also, my aunt and my mum's side of the family actually came with us up to the graduation ceremony, and she hadn't been to Liverpool for over 30 years, or almost 30 years, sometime around that. So yeah, it was interesting for her to see everything, but, you know, we went kind of walking around. I had to do some filming for Average Dreamer, but everyone else decided to join along. They went to the same bar they always go to. We met my cousin there because it's the same bar that she always goes to, and we didn't know she was going to be there. I also had my favourite salted caramel milkshake from Five Guys, that was the thing. And we took some photos on this weird podium thing. Unfortunately, I wasn't wearing my graduation robes at that point. That would have looked amazing. So yeah, that's, I think, everything along that regards for Friday and for really the real life portion of my life, because everything else has been devoted to scripts or whatever. I had a discussion with a few people in the family about all the scripts in YouTube and stuff, and what they thought was working, what wasn't. I'm not going to say quite what that is, but, you know, it did get me thinking, and I am going to do some other projects as well, even though I know I've got Olympus and Terminal lined up. The thing is, I don't know, Olympus will go forward, absolutely. Terminal, I'm starting to doubt it, because every time that Rose is on, she either goes and plays Minecraft or does other things after talking to me for about a second. So there's not really much I can really get out of her at the time. And she doesn't really interact at any other point. She's a voice actor in The Mutant Girl, but that's it. I don't know. Either way, speaking of The Mutant Girl, I kept to what I said, and I have powered through the scripts for it. I have almost finished writing episode 10. Yes, episode 10. The season finale that isn't due to release until December. I have finished. Yeah. So that's quite something. And also I've been working on other scripts in the meantime. And also I want to bring back, like I said before, a series that I worked on a while ago. Tales of Sir Niconorth. If you want to look at that one, please do. There's 3 episodes that have been uploaded, plus the prequel series of Colminar Viejo. That's all canon, still. It's just about the only thing from classic Jacob era that I'm still keeping as canon, because I have no reason to not to, because I worked it into the story of Sir Niconorth. But yeah, there's 3 episodes that I've uploaded of that, and the other one, well, the other ones, because I know I filmed more, are gone. I could not find them. If I find the files, I will say, because I just remembered right now, literally, that I think there's other files that I can search around that aren't named specifically or aren't actually EasyVid projects. Maybe I recorded those without using EasyVid. I'll have to take another look. Yeah. So yeah, I'll have a look for those files. If I can't find them, I'll just refilm them. And I want to actually get some voice actors in for certain scenes, you know. A bit like Minecraft Diaries, where you kind of start blending in voice actors as you go along. but still keeping the elements of roleplay from the classical inspirational roleplay that first got me into doing roleplay, actually, before I even knew who Athmal was. Tale of Kingdoms. Tale of Kingdoms is a series by Paul Soares Jr. that dates back to 2011 to 2013. Yeah, that old. I didn't find it at its peak time. I found it a couple of years later. But it was still, it was still something that I hadn't really considered before. Acting and Minecraft put together. And, back then there was there's no voice actors, no machinimas. Well, there were machinimas, but they weren't necessarily the standard, as Athmal would say. And I think Athmal actually, she says that, her role plays have moved on with the standard. I think the standard's moved on with her, actually. I could be wrong, because I don't watch that many other role plays from many other people with budgets. So yeah. But yes, Paul Soares Jr., very much at the time, it was much, much simpler. Obviously, Paul Soares Jr. was, the first person to make Minecraft Let's Play videos. So, he very much embodies that old school Minecraft experience. And it was the first modded Let's Play I saw back in a time that I didn't think I could do modded Let's Plays. And the only one I could get to work was Galacticraft. I was so naive at the time that was made that I actually needed an app developer, well, I guess, head of company as well, to actually help me out with that. I didn't know how to use either Technic Launcher or what I use right now, which is Twitch. None of that. So, very much all my modded Let's Plays are owed to David Plans. If you don't know who David Plans is, go way back on my channel. Just like, you can probably find it by just switching the newest to oldest feature on my videos. And you'll find a Maryvale LAN party, which is actually where that, where I met David Plans, because he actually worked with my dad. And we did a video. Well, we did, I think it was either 3 or 4 videos. I think it was 4 videos. My first successful time uploading in Minecraft, because that's back when I had that bit of a problem with EasyVid and it kept on saying error to all the videos. I don't know YouTube had a manual feature either. I was so naive. I had no idea any of this stuff existed. So yeah, if you think it's weird that it's taken me 6 years to get to where I am now, where I can actually produce proper shows, well, kind of proper shows, then yeah, you know why that is now, because I am very naive and I don't really search for these things because I don't know what to search. It's getting easier now. Like, I searched up how to chroma key and things like that, without which the Mutant Girl wouldn't exist. So there you go. But in general, I mean, what else is there? I was naive, but I'm here now. Ah yes, so let's move on to Tuesday now. Tuesday was just interesting because I was finishing up the Mimi collabs, as I'm going to call them. You'll see that my video before this one was a collab with It's Mimi-chan that I've been teasing all the way back since June. Yeah. I actually don't know why it took me so long to edit those videos. I mean, once I got the rhythm of it, it was actually alright. Because beforehand I was trying to think, okay, well let's get our gacha OCs and we'll put them on the top of the video. We'll like superimpose them on top of the layers. And that worked fine, but I had never seen a reference for how that was done. So I just basically was going in blind, and it took me ages to figure out how that would actually work. But now that I figured it out, I'm going to do that for every single gacha review I ever do. Which again, gacha review has been a series that I wanted to do for a long time now, because, I mean, gachas need reviews. There's people reacting to them, and that's brilliant. But, I don't know, feels like people from the inside, who actually use gacha and have a perspective on the media in general, instead of just, oh, look at these funny videos that these kids are making that are so poor in quality and, just typical screenshots or whatever. Just having those. So yeah, that's why I think Gacha Review exists. I mean, it exists now because I made the first video with it. And it was great to have Mimi herself be part of that as well, because I could have very easily made a video on Taming the Bad Boy once I knew that Mimi had a channel, because I met her before I knew she had a channel. Because she was actually an example of a person who was added to our Discord server, or Discord group chat, I guess, for the Mutant Girl for no reason. She never said a word to us, and then I actually removed her, and then afterwards got her back because she started speaking again. So yes, I'm glad that actually worked out. Pretty sure I've gone down this area before on Walking Wednesday, but whatever. I started off new. So yeah, it was good to see that, people are taking interest in, critiques of their work. And I can tell that Mimi isn't quite proud exactly of Taming the Bad Boy itself. She's proud of what it's achieved. Of course, I'm proud of what it's achieved. But the way that it was handled, she's not very happy with it either. So, I feel like I'm just, giving concrete understanding. I'm not adding salt to the wound or anything, but, giving concrete understanding on what actually should be done, because she's being pressured into doing a season 2, because every successful gacha series is, people demand a season 2 regardless of whether it suits the plot originally or not. And before you're wondering, yes, the Mutant Girl will have a season 2. There's that. I really hope Gacha Life 2 gets released soon, because I have other plans for Gacha series, and they definitely need the actual characters. They need the actual character spaces. I'm gonna power through season 1 anyway, get it done maybe by the end of this month and release it monthly anyway. But in that time, maybe I'll get to working on other projects on the down low. I feel like that would be a lot better. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So apart from, I guess there's a friend of Mimi actually called Famous Gamer 123 who wants to do a video with me. We'll do that eventually. But also he's been adding me to a bunch of Discord servers. I don't normally join random servers, but for a certain extent I just thought, well, why not? I kind of ended up in a bit of a heated discussion, well, not heated discussion from me, but I ended up joining in the middle of a heated discussion and eventually kind of trying to resolve it, which ended up with me and Mimi actually going into a group chat with everyone else and some other people who have just subscribed to this channel right now. So hello to the new people. I'm going to say Backpack and Wolfie, because it's those two I know, and Akari as well. So yeah, that kind of worked out. They're fellow YouTubers as well. If they want to do collabs with me, then sure. Just like with Famous Gamer. They want to do Roblox, so I'm not quite sure if that's going to work out. But yeah, if anything, they kind of slowed down my editing process as well, because I was in a Discord call with them. I haven't said Skype call in ages. But yeah, I was in a call with them, trying to edit as well. So yeah, and I wasn't fully invested because it was, so early in the morning. I was trying to do editing, type at the same time, because I didn't want to wake up my family and have them, and have to come in, because they're loud people in that server or in that group chat. But yeah, just wanted to say a good hello to them, and thanks for stopping by. And I intend to stop by and watch some more of your videos as well. If you want me to review your gachas, then please let me know, because I will absolutely do that, 100%. Either way, as for now, I think that's a good point to stop. Not really much else that's happened in the week, although that was quite a lot actually. This is a long episode. Well, guess what? I don't have to edit it because it's Walking Wednesday, and I don't edit these videos ever in my life. So there we go. So if anyone has enjoyed that, then good for you, I guess, because I don't know. This series is kind of losing traction. I'm just talking for ages. But either way, if you enjoyed it, then thank you very much for stopping by. And please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, Farewell.